So please group pro and con. Oke, sudah join satu ya. Halo Siva and Risma ya. So everybody already here? Mungkin ininya suaranya dikecilkan dulu ya. Okay, are you ready for today?
Yes.
Yes. What is the topic? What the motion for today? So we'll start from group pro first and continue by group con. Jadi seperti yang sudah kita diskusikan barusan. Ya. Yang pertama kita di grup pro sudah ada Dayu, dan di grup kontra kita ada Siva, dan begitu selanjutnya. Saya minta tolong untuk second speaker Haritona, tolong dibantu Dayu pegang. Ya, dan begitu selanjutnya. Okay. The time, what is the time allotment for each speaker is only 5 minutes. Ya, sedangkan untuk POI itu 2-3 menit saja. Ya, bisa dipahami? Kalau waktunya sudah habis, saya akan tutup meja, and then we stop. Okay, bisa dipahami ya? Are you ready, guys?
Yes, Miss.
Are you ready, guys?
Yes, Miss.
Stand your place.
Can I stand up?
Sure.
Okay, so everyone, good morning. So we are from Group Pro. So today we would like to do the material and the topic about binge watching is bad. Okay, so here I'm as the first speaker. I would like to share our opinion about binge watching is bad. Okay, so as we know, binge watching is act of streaming that many television episodes in one sitting. So here we stand that health expert warn that because people are replacing their time on one time to spend exercise, socializing, and also sleep, so they are increasing the risk for many serious health conditions. So here, the several health conditions that can be cause of binge watching is heart disease, depression, sleep problem, behavior addiction, and then loneliness, stress, and also insomnia. So here, many health experts do a research about binge watching, and they all focus on the use of binge watching. So here, in 2018, who found that 60% of American adults who use demand streaming sources binge watching. So it is higher than younger audience, and it's really have a bad result. So the found is heaviest screen time to watch were averaging about 17.5 hours per day. So they report that it has effect on hurtful diets and also tourist health outcome in competition on those who were moderate or light screen. And here, from Arizona State University research also conclude that binge watching really affects mental health, addiction, anxiety, unhealthy diets, physical insecurity, sleep problem, and also social isolation. Because the person or the adult really focus for the episodes that they watch, so they do social isolation, and it's really affect to the mental health. Besides that, here we found that research by Dr. Ajar Elman. They do a research about investigating binge watching, and also they found that here the finding is the study demonstrate that extensive binge watching can increase stress, and they do a research in Indonesia in 2019. Okay, so that's all for the opinion from the pro. So the times I'll give for the contact.
Thank you. Next, the first speaker from the council.
Thank you, Ms. Hannah, for the time. So now I would like to disagree with your statement about the risk for mental health and increase the stress and also have the disease. So uh, binge watching is not really increase the stressful, but it's also decrease the stressful. And the timeline of opposition team is about mental health. There is me and Julia, and about the social, there are Mary, Mega, and also Belia. And for real life context, there are Chandra and Nia. So I'd like to give my opinion and also provide the research to support my statement. Okay, binge watching is an activity that you can use as a link economically. So it means it decreases the stressful than hanging out and traveling. You feel safe, comfortable, and stay sane by binge watching at home with your partner, your family, your friends, and maybe alone. In fact, according to Nielsen, 361,000 people watch all 9 episodes season 2 Stranger Things on the first day it was released. It's meant by binge watching. And the next survey also found that Netflix survey that 73% of participants report positive feeling with binge watching. So the conclusion of my statement, I'm sorry, the source is by NBCnews.com, and the conclusion of my statement, you can heal economically to decrease your stressful from the hustle and bustle of life with binge watching. You feel secure, comfortable, and fun during binge watching because you can do it everywhere. From the places that you love, feel happy to be sent in life. Thank you.
Thank you. Next,
Decrease the stressful, right?
Yes.
All right. So maybe binge watching is sounds very fun actually. That we watching some movies in one time and we already know about everything about the movie and yeah, in short, it is they sound very fun and very relaxing. But you know, that is from Dr. Carl PSYD, and clinical psychology from America that is say that being watching is produce dopamine. Do you know about dopamine? Yes. Dopamine is something like um, say chemical things that produced by the brain nerve that is produce something feels like good, feel refreshing, feel something very good for something like you invest or something. That is the function of dopamine. But you know, Dr. Ryan said that is dopamine, if we produce too much dopamine in ourselves, that is really bad for our mental health. And then said like just like that you said before, it is very stressful because you know actually before we talk about binge watching, I also doing binge watching before, and I'm watching some anime series in the internet, and you know what, stressful can really happen because if we too easy to like interesting with something and loving something, that is will increase the too high standard for some movie and for something that we have to do. Something like, like you have watching many movie, and after you watch that, you find new movie and the movie is not too good as before. It was stressful to research more about the movies seems like before, and that will affect to the stressful, and you will less interest in the movie, and you will boring while watching movie because you take many time to watching movie that you didn't like because it's not good as your movie before. So this will increase your stress, and after you stress, you will, something that impacted that you said before will be happen. So that is my statement about watching.
Thank you.
Watching a number of serial movies or shows in succession can result in feeling relaxed and decreasing stress level. And this argument based on the research who is assistant of professor in Department of Communication at the University of Delaware, named Morgan Elliott that says that binge watching is good to decrease stress level. So binge watching is a human nature. Why? In simple terms, we do something fun like binge watching. Our brains produce some hormones called endorphin hormones. These hormones was responsible to make humans naturally able to feel happy and relaxed. That's why spontaneously we do um, binge watching in succession, and we love to continue doing binge watching activities. So it can bring a positive energy. We can release stress and helping someone to calm down their anxiety. And this is like your no thanks. So it can help you to sleep in not to calm down your insomnia, because it's like you create a story time and before you sleep. So this is can bring relaxation while you're sleeping after you watch binge watch.
Thank you. So later on, you can, what is it, continue, yeah, in delivering the idea. But if the 5 minutes still run out, kalau masih waktunya 5 menit dan tepat ada interupsi, silakan. Karena waktunya masih. Ya. Okay, so yeah, next. So later on, no thanks.
Nanti bantu-bantu kan.
Yeah, and then after yang belum juga tetap mau tidak mau the what is speaker should accept. Okay, next please.
All right. Yeah, maybe being watching is fun. I don't I don't agree with about human nature. I think it is human nature. It's not. As we know, being watching is have benefits for our social and our brain. According to NBC News, watching cartoon has can have addictive effect on our brain. When we watch it, the brain will experience or will do neurobiological process to produce dopamine hormone. What is dopamine hormone? As my friend said before, dopamine hormone is the substance that produces as form as appreciation and happiness. And when we feel happy, when we are watching, being watching, the brain will say, "Yeah, that is good. So let's do it again. Let's do it again." And it has effects like when we consume
will explain why binge watching is how human nature is also in social communication. So, binge movie is significantly influence an individual belief, attitude, and understanding what is the meaning of that conversation. And also, binge movie will explain, and we can learn a lot of new word, new expression, way to expressing, sharing, and talking. In overall, binge movie can help in communicate. And based on the research, binge movie is more helpful than TV. Nowadays, TV is most of something formal conversation, and in series or movie, there are a lot of casual and engaging conversation, and it will increase the confidence of that person. Thank you. Oh, udah selesai, udah selesai. Ya, duduk.
You said before that being working is help to increase social things, something like that, and increase the social conversation. Do you have heard about hikikomori? No, hikikomori is something that happened in the teenager in Japanese, and it's addicted to being working. And you know what happened in hikikomori? They can socially with each other. They can they can do something social in social life. They don't want to go to school because they did to watch anime repeatedly and want to be in game. So I mean, like, do you think it's being watching? Being watching is watching some series and just repeatedly and again and again. Do you think that is really helping our social life and social communication?
If we can control our time to binge movie, it will help also. If that case it happen, it's because someone cannot control they want to binge movie.
I not only what is the way of responding, but also asking questions. Yeah. So next move to the next speaker will be yesterday.
Mega.
Okay, if you talk about the binge watching easy to social communication. Because the doctor side, this is the reason. This is the reason by team um, the team of doctor side binge watching cause mental distress. So according to research conducted by team of doctor, make our mentally disturbed, like depression and anxiety. We can the defendant or the in real team. If someone or your family was movie and they seem to think that the movie is real, and so that they can angry, sad, or also laugh when they watching movie or they have lost awareness atau kesadarannya. So that from source and real evidence, we totally not agree that binge watching is danger or bad for human health, especially for mental health. Okay.
Real life this.
Okay.
Okay, you said that it affects mental health. How can it? Because I have some sources that it says binge watching can help reduce stress and also it helps mental health. Because people can relax in their home, not to go, instead of going outside like that. Okay.
Okay. The what is that? The people cause mental health issue is depression, sleepiness, and insomnia, behavior change, feeling of loneliness, and poor productivity. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, please, for the because it also can reduce stress and it also a part of mental life. And in my argument, binge watching establishes beneficial social connections. We know that humans are social creatures and we need to build social connection with others. This act of binge watching can build a sense of community around a show or something experts call a shared cultural space. For example, you watch a series of The Walking Dead, and then in your office you meet your coworkers. He also watched that series. Then there you can share and discuss it with them. Also, with strangers, it can be because when you are in line in a grocery or another place, then you can connect with them to discuss about the same things about the series that the Walking Dead, and it's kind of social connection activity that usually done in real life, right? And then next, if you have a romantic relationship, this binge watching is good for you. It can strengthen your relationship because it creates a sharing space and easy activity to spend time with others. As it's stated by licensed professional counselor, MC Bain say that if both people are partaking without distractions, loving together and holding hands, quality time is being fostered. This is an example of doing binge watching directly shared with our partner. But it can also be done in long distance relationships, so it can affect in online too. I provided an evidence from a study published in Journal of Social and Personal Relationship. It is found that binge watching can help long distance relationships, replacing the shared activities such as going dinner, going to the mall, and so on, becoming an activity that can be done at home. So that's all. Thank you. Next.
Okay, first of all, thank you for time that you left me. From Bro will state my statement, our statement. Okay, I will give a statement why we say that it impact with mental health. The first one is addicted. Addicted is very bad impact because this can affect brain performance and can reduce brain memory. And then the second is anxiety. When watching unfinished film, it can impact with the feeling of some people that watching this movie because they will feel not comfortable and not happy because they are unfinished that movie. And then the next is about mega segment, health romantic relationship. Okay, in my opinion, people that being watching is cannot be a social person because they spend more time in home to watch some movie. So I mean, a lot of people cannot be a good in relationship because they are not meet with some person and then they cannot not they don't know about the around place of their social life. So I think that's all. Yes.
Okay, that you already talked about back relationship. Binge watching relationship is not good for relationship. Get the point. Uh, what? How if binge watching together with your partners, such as my statement that is say you can watch you can do binge watching in home with your partner, your beloved partner, and also with your partner involved.
Okay, thank you, Siva. Uh, in my opinion, on it around of me, people do be watching around of me is not like to do a social life with around the person in their life. So I mean, uh, I'm not with a person who's watching together that they uh, that they do a being watching because a person who like a being watching more like time to themselves, not to around place. So I think that's all.
Yes. Next, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for the time. So I want to tell my statement about the cons from the answer from the pro before. It said that addiction is not good for energy. As we know that everyone has different addiction. You have different addiction, we have different addiction. And binge watching is one of addiction. And you also mentioned about mental health. If someone addicted to binge watching, it increases their mental health. Okay, and you said about the problem in mental health is if the film is unfinished. And the problem is we are not was are not satisfying because the film is unfinished. And also you mentioned about the socialization is being watching people cannot be socialization person. As we know, if a person be watching, it's not impossible if they don't have social media. And they can talk to online people in just 5 minutes to introduce themselves and to tell their hobbies. And if they find a partner to have same hobby, addiction of being watching, they can watch a movie together. And also that increase their stressful because they will share why they like to watch too much, why they don't like a real world in the outside of their house. Because we can see that many people have their mental health is broken and they choose to stay at home to do their own things. we cannot say that people in binge watching is lazy people that don't have socialization with their friends. Maybe we don't like real world in the outside because they've been bullied. They've been bullied and they want to help themselves because they only have themselves. They only have themselves. They only have themselves and their online friend maybe in the same addiction. And then for the socialization, we also from the binge watching, people can avoid the problem in the outside of their home, such as criminalization, accident, fighting, shit. Okay.
Alright, so you mentioned about the problem in outside. So, do you think that being watching and doing something at home can avoid that problem, right? So, do you think this problem is we have to struggle with the problem, or we have to solve it?
All right. Thank you for the Thank you for the question. I think that helps. That helps to. It's not run from the front plan. They heal first. They make their self calm first, and then they can think calmly dengan tenang memikirkan solusi apa yang seharusnya saya lakukan dengan melakukan hobi dulu. Jadi mereka bisa lebih tenang dulu, baru bisa memikirkan gimana ya aku bisa menyelesaikan masalah bullying aku. Setelah mereka relax dulu, because binge watching is relax for people have mental health problem.
Alright. Okay, Miss, thank you. So, how if they got bullied or they have diasingkan from the other people because they too focus on the people. So, they membatasi diri to do a real life interaction. They just do an online interaction. How if that itu yang menjadi penyebab utamanya. And yeah, so how that can be menjadi bagaimana itu bisa menjadi solusi. Sedangkan as you know that they don't do real life interaction.
Okay.
Mulai panas. Okay, continue with my previous opinion. So binge watching is not only bad for mental health, but it's bad for physical health. Binge watching is also like to unhealthy diet habits, according to the researchers from the University of Michigan. At the 67 annual conference of the International Communication Association 2017, researchers discussed the link between binge watching and poor lifestyle choices. They know that binge watching encourages foregone sleep, consumption of unhealthy meals, unhealthy snacking, and also sedentary behavior. A study report in March 2020 in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition associated television watching or binge watching with distraction eating. And distraction eating, according to the researchers, leads to the overeating and also weight gain. And studies have found people tend to consume unhealthy food while watching, and they will like consume more of the food while binge watching. So the binge watching can respond to cues from their body that they are full and disrupt their ability to regulate the number of calories consumed. And another top study published in January 2015 issues of the International Journal of Communication and Health, they said that undergraduate students on their viewing, eating, and also drinking habits, like make them have two traces. If they do a binge watching, like they're not eating at all or they consume a lot of food. And like he found that the more people watch, the more they engage in unhealthy eating. The explanation is relatively straightforward. The act of
So why do
what about the case you watch when you eat and also you do exercises and then you watch series and you do binge watching? What do you think about it? When you do both things, when you do physical things, you do physical exercise and you watch series, what do you think about it?
A lot of people do binge watching, like forgot about anything, like they only focus on the binge watching, so they will consume more and more food, so it makes their physical not healthy, like that, even though like maybe they can control their binge watching, but the hormones of uh, our body, if we are watching a movie or series, we can like forget about anything else, like that. You can accept that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next.
Okay, thank you. So I don't agree with you when you said about the first one is about binge watching. It's really stop you for socializing people. I don't agree with that. And also, but my arguments, I think that through binge watching, it could increase your emotional intelligence through binge watching. So what is emotional intelligence? Well, emotional intelligence is the ability or capacity to be aware and manage our own emotions and others' emotions. So what is the important things about emotional intelligence? It could strengthen our relationship, as our mentioned before, and also it can make us aware about our own self, and also it can make us aware about other emotions. So how being watching can increase the emotional intelligence. So for example, when you do being watching, it has the ability to transfer us into a different world, right? We can see a lot of different perspectives to being watching, because in their being watching, there's a lot of conflicts. There are a lot of plot. There are a lot of characters that we never met in real life situations. So there's a lot of experience that the writer writes to us, and we are absorbed to that kind of experience that we never had before in real life. But we can learn those things through series, to watch movie. So that's why I said it can increase our emotional intelligence, and also about social life. Through but because we do what being watching in social life, it also makes us know about ourselves, emotions, and also other emotions. And because we watch series, we know, oh, this is what I watch. This is what, and then if it's in real life context, and we realize, oh, we should not be like this. This is what I watch, and a lot of movies that, a lot of series that teach us about moral value. It's not only about bad things happen in movies and series, but a lot of things happen, right? And it can really help us into social context, into social life with others. And based on my experience, if I do binge watching it also can make us, like I was mentioning, relationship with others, and we can talk a lot of things. And also we're excited and we decrease our stress about lesson, about any kind of things. And also through binge watching, yes.
All right. Do you think? Do you really think being watching is causes in the relationship with others? It's not when you are watching, but is that really being watching? Because as we know, being watching is watching regularly. And it's, yeah, but our time is for watching. Is that really like increase our relationship with others?
Sure, thank you. So it helps, based on my experience when the pandemic. So it helped us. But after the pandemic, and then we can transfer our knowledge through watching into real life context. Well, I think, and also the most important thing is, it's not, being watching is not bad for me. I don't agree with the statement it's bad, because through being watching, uh, it's not, but the problem is to us control of it. But and I think it's not bad for us.
Thank you, Cosme, for the speaker of the corner group. Next. Finally, the last.
Okay, thank you so much. I think there are two types of binge watching people. The first one, bad binge watching people, and good binge watching people. Good binge watching people enjoy the show, and they're not afraid of what's going to happen next. They just let it slide. They focus on the plot, and they're really curious about everything that is going on the show. But bad binge watching people, one focus on the plot and the characters development, and they don't curious about it. They more focus on what's going to happen next. They're afraid of cliffhangers. They're afraid the show will left them hanging, and that is one of the most interesting fact about it actually. I used to be the one who's been watching a lot, and what I happened from the sleep deprivation, I can get enough sleep. I'm curious about what is going to happen next. I'm not focusing on the stuff, the plot. I mostly skipping the part that I know what's going to happen, predictable. I skip it, and the thing that I watch is something at the end of the show. Okay.
Okay, Risma, how but feel more binge watching makes someone to be more critical, thinking critically from the.
Well, as I was saying earlier, there's two type of binge watching. When we talk about good binge watching, uh, now, according to healthcare.com, a good in a day, people maximum or have the limits to watch television or streaming for about 2 hours, right? Now, one episode of a series at least consists an hour duration. Now you watch 2 episodes, and now actually you don't have to continue again because that's for the day, right? But not in binge watching, you keep doing that, and that will decrease your ability to focus, and that's actually yes, it's true because you can focus again. How you will be critical about something if you're not focused, right? So that's it. And the last thing that I wanted to say is that something, if you do something that is too much, it's not always good. Thank you.
Next. Okay, so I'm from the contrast group. So I would like to underline that you said that when the people that doing the binge watching, though they can stop to do that. So from researches that I have researched, so from Health and Wellness by Mark Cartman, that is a doctor that is he made an article that is published on December 11th of December 2011. So he said that the people can divide the good things and the bad things in their real life. So they can do a good things or the positive way to avoid all of the negative things that is happen when the people is doing binge watching. So the first one is make a reasonable plan. So what does I mean as is the people is know in which time or part that the people can post the episode. So the people that doing the binge watching is not this. What is the moral value from the episode? So they can avoid the curiosity from themselves. So that is the first thing. And the second one is don't do the multitasking. So as we can see or we can observe in the real life, most of people is doing a multitasking. So as we can see, so we can like we sweep the floor and we watch the movies actually. So we must avoid it to avoid the waste more time. And the second one is prioritize sleep. So and also eat the healthy snacks or food. So I disagree with Aritona statement because most of people is get their insomnia or diseases or the other diseases. So as the Mark Kahneman, so this doctor said that most of people,
89% in America. So they also have actualized their prioritized of sleep, and also they eat the healthy snacks. So this is the type of the adult human, except of the teenager or the younger human. And the fifth is we also can avoid all of the diseases by the some types. I think like when we are watching a lot of episodes on the projector on our computer or laptop, so we can get the other diseases, especially in our eyes. So we can get minus or extra. So we can also avoid it by using the glasses, and also we can lower or dim our lighting of the laptops. Okay, yes, please.
Okay, so you said about eye health. So I do, this happened to me. So I ever do binge watching, and you can see now I use glasses. So we know that it is a really bring a real bad impact. So you know, binge watching is also you say about binge watching. So not have an effect to the sleep, the time of sleep. So we know that I think it happened to us when we love something and then we watch that. So we think that we can sleep later on. So we have to finish it first. So don't you think that's bad for our health? Terutama dalam kesehatan.
Okay, thank you, Kak Dayu, for your opinion. So I would like to state that if we want to avoid our diseases, especially in our eyes, so you can get more ways to avoid that. So the first one is you can watch the movies from the 15 centimeters from your place and your laptop. So, and the second one is you can make, as I said before, you can dim the lighting of the laptop instead. And then the third is when you can to make, you can to prioritize your sleep. So, as I said before again, make reasonable plan. As you can see in the episode, so you have to know about the what is the value of the
Place
once again, applause to everybody. I will invite the reply speaker.
I will start from the top and then will be followed by the feedback or the reply speaker. The contact group we already have here, right, Mega and how about here? Yes, please. Okay, so Mega.
Thank you for the opportunity so we are from 10 months. We definitely disagree with the most binge watching is bad. Because at some point it is good for us, as it stated from my themes, from the health point and then the social point and also the real life. But the opposite thing is they are just talking about the health, and we can prove that it's not all about the health, and it's also about the social and about the real life effects. Also, we can counter all the interaction very well. Like it can, as the second speaker said, it can produce dopamine effect, but it can countered by my team that it can decrease stress level and make relax, not all about the dopamine. It also produce endorphin hormone that can make we happy. And then about the mentally anxiety, about the kind of society, socially, it can countered by our kids. So we believe that binge watching is not bad for us. The point is, as it said by the first and second speaker, it's not totally bad as long as we can control it. And we think we yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I invite the reply speaker from the pro team. Please, time is yours.
All right, so thank you for the opportunity. So now our So our conclusion with our group is we still believe that binge watching is not a problem, because as your group mentioned before, it's about the increasing social life, social interaction, less stress or something like that. You know what? In real life, we can see that we you know yeah, it's the real example of the bad impact of binge watching. As I know that before I start in this campus, actually a week in the senior high school, and you know what, my social skill, my social interaction is really bad. It's not for me. It's happened in the around people in our school and in the community also said the same thing about me. That's the first one about the social interaction. And the second one is about the less stress. If we too easy to find something that makes us happy, it's also make us stressed. Like we watch some film, it's very good, and then this film is finished, and that will make us stressed because we can find another film that give the same things with that film. It's really happen like this make us stressed, and yeah, that's really bad for our mental health. And the second one is about the insomnia. You know, like we actually you can see by your own self. While you find some good movies and it's not done yet, you will not sleep, right? You can say shortly here, jujur aja gitu. Yeah, yeah, that's making insomnia. That's if you do it repeatedly. So our conclusion with our group is binge watching is not good for our mental health. And please differentiate what is binge watching and what is normal watching, regular watching. Binge watching is we watch repeatedly and we use all our time to watch the film. And regular watching is just watch the film. And we can spare our time to do to do something else, like not just watching. I think it's
Of sources about the topic that we have today. Yeah, it's impossible for you to be able to stand and also deliver your idea, your argument if you don't have any article before it. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. What I will suggest you, yang mau saya sarankan adalah untuk yang baru, mungkin sebelum tampil, you have to discuss first. Okay, you have to, what is it, what points should be delivered first, the second one, the third, and so on. Okay. And then after you discuss about that part, you have to check. Karena sepertinya kalian sudah berdiskusi itu, cuma apakah kalian cek lagi hasil dari pekerjaan yang lainnya? Ya. Jadi pengembangannya kadang-kadang mana-mana saja. Ya. Dan ternyata ada poin-poin bagus yang disampaikan di speaker terakhir yang harus disampaikan di speaker awal. Ya, di awal itu harus ada definisinya, cakupannya sampai mana, ini yang akan di-apply oleh kontrak. Ya, jadi kalau udah seperti itu, dan parahnya lagi, what is it? Ini munculnya di POI dan juga di reply speaker tentang perbedaan dari what is it, the binge watching and also the regular watching. Harusnya itu di awal dimasukkan, ya. Jadi landasannya jelas, sehingga mereka nggak bisa lagi. What you already explained for us is not binge watching, this is regular watching, right? Nah, untuk komentar yang di sini juga sama, ya. Sudah bagus sebenarnya penataannya. So the first speaker, the second speaker, the third, the last one. But why the advice? What is it? If you want to do binge watching, please do like this. Itu terakhir di rumah. Kenapa nggak itu dibawa di awal? Karena kalau bisa dibawa ke depan, maka kalian sudah langsung attack the definition binge watching from the first speaker of the program. Oke, bahwa ternyata binge watching menurutnya binge watching itu bisa kok tetap baik untuk kita asal ini, sehingga yang kalian argumen yang kalian sampaikan nanti yang penting dia ini loh apa namanya persyaratan ini loh, kalau sudah itu kena aman sudah ya. Tapi overall I love it so much the way you practice doing this kind of debate ya. Once again applause please for you all. Yes, bukan masuk lagi ya insomnia.
Insomnia already told.
Yang ibu itu belum.
Iya kan udah yang hikikomori.
Jadi life speaker cannot bring the new idea. Ya. Kenapa dikatakan new idea? Karena tadi oleh speaker yang lain tidak dipertegas. Jadi seolah itu lewat begitu saja bukan sebagai point. Makanya di debat itu bukan hanya sekedar kemampuan berbicara ya, but the skill of you to listen the argument from others atau poin dari teman yang lain. Teman yang lain adalah ketika tadi sudah di-tag, harusnya dibalas dulu, dikomenin dulu, baru kemudian you bring your idea. Ya, jangan dibiarkan lewat dulu. Ya, jadi tadi misalnya lawan Sugi siapa itu Mega, komen dulu untuk itu. Itu juga untuk Mega, lawan tadi siapa Adam, Sugi. Sorry, gimana Pak? Kan ada giliran. Jadi kalau you have to listen and then you give comment first, and then you bring your deliver your idea. Ya. Cuma I'm so glad, I'm so happy because usually if we conduct the debate, first you have to have the what is do and don'ts first. Apa yang harus dilakukan, and you practice having simulation, and then but right now you do it really well, and then banyak sekali informasi yang saya dapatkan di sini. You bring what is the information of yes, insomnia, the mental health. Sorry, saya sudah nyampe beberapa time di sana ya. TOI-nya mulai dari awal ya. Okay, and then I give you one right here. I just want to, hey, please pay attention for this one. Banyak sekali hal yang bisa kalian komen di sana. Human nature. What do you mean human nature? Human nature. How they breathe, how they have watching how they human nature. Everybody want to get happiness. Yeah, one of the way to get happiness is spiritual. Jadi mental banyak hal yang bisa kalian lakukan ya. Dan ketika kalian mau POI tidak mengatakan POI please. No, but yes, any question? I don't want our topic today. You already have yours and you already have yours, right? Masih ingat tadi poin-poinnya. Biasanya kalau di depan kita bawa kertas kecil, ya. Jadi nanti setelah selesai kalian menyampaikan argumen, apa poin kalian berikan ke teman yang akan jadi reply speaker. Ya, jadi reply speakernya nggak sendirian tulisnya. Ini bahkan nggak bawa kertas sama sekali. Ya, jadinya
harusnya jadi tadi. Kamu tidak dulu.
Hari orang ketinggalan.
Tidak apa-apa. Jadi sebaiknya nanti segala sesuatu dipersiapkan, apalagi untuk debate ya. Dan untuk membantu reply speakernya, ada kertas kecil bisa dikecil. Dan wonderful we have this Siklus kemarin the last speaker karena memang peran speaker terakhir speaker ketiga ini penting sekali. Mau dibawa kemana arahnya itu karena sebenarnya yang kalian yang kalian mau buat yakin dengan motion ini dibawa kemana itu bukan lawan cepat sama motion mereka sama sistem. But you have to try to persuade the judges to think that you are. Your opinion is right. Your argument is right. That's it. Okay. Any question? Ada pertanyaan dulu tentang topik kita hari ini? Sudah? So you already have yours and you already have yours. Do you want to change your mind? Oh, no. Okay, let's discuss together. Let's discuss together. Sekarang saya selesaikan debat. Kita diskusi sama. Ya. Ini kan nggak apa-apa. Bisa record. Yes. Okay. What is the point that you have here? Anyone want to share your idea? Yang tadi sudah kalian sampaikan, apa sih sebenarnya make you really think that binge watching is really bad for us? One. Okay.
The main point that make binge watching is bad is wasting time and addicting.
Wasting time and addicting. What is the good point from binge watching? That you think that binge watching is not good?
So I think why binge watching is not bad because from watching we know that a film has sending di akhir video di akhir filmnya itu ada real life suggestion life lesson. We did get life lesson from the movie because we don't get from the real life. So what we don't get in real life, we get from the movie we watch. So we know we also get more knowledge about what we watch, and we can know also maybe emotions in a movie we watch.
Yes. Sometimes we can also practice our English by
Yes,
by watching
language.
Sometimes, but what kind of watching it is, right? Not all the TV series are worth enough to be watched. Yeah, so you have to select it, right? In order to do the binge watching. Thank you. Anything that you want to add? Yang lain dulu ya.
So many films have a good plot, good actor, and also good moral value that make us more critical, thinking critically, and there's a lot of real problems, life problem by binge watching.
Yes.
Okay. How about
Point.
but sometimes I have watching some I have to been watching such as watching Walking the Dead.
Walking
Yes, you know that. Just something like zombies film.
Yes.
I think it's not for my opinion. I think it's not have many many what is that? Moral lessons. Yes. I think some films is I think that not contains a moral value.
It's not about the moral value in my opinion. It's
Yes.
about the mental health. It's for decreasing the stress level because we can watch the film, watch the series for entertainment, not for the moral value. That's just nice.
Okay, so this is not only for the moral value, yeah, but also the mental, mental health, to decrease the stress, the things. Okay, some people, can to decrease their stress by doing the binge watching. And want to say, this is about the mental health. Ada lagi yang lain yang selain mental?
Social.
Pada social?
Ya, lebih butuh.
Label wibu.
people
Apa?
do what's that? Discriminasi. So yeah, so they have to
Underline.
membagi orang-orang. Ini golongan
Ibu.
ini golongan kayak orang K-popers. Yeah. So I think that's bad.
Ya, golongan kebatinan.
Tadi kita itu nggak ketemu katanya discrimination ya.
Yeah.
That was the limit. What do you mean with limit the people or this?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to yes.
If we watch binge watching such as like The Walking Dead or documentation of something criminal case into some series, so we can learn how to survival and how to protect ourselves from sexual harassment. So we know apa sih namanya kita tahu penjahatnya seperti apa, jadi kita bisa can protect ourselves by watching that case. Let's go.
Okay, thank you. Ada lagi?
Saya lagi.
This side, Sugi,
Okay, for me, same like Julia speak, the binge watching like was gini apa namanya? Bagaimana kita mengetahui penjahat? But I don't agree with Julia because this is don't tidak baik bagi kid anak-anak. Kan dia tuh bisa meniru bagaimana sih cara jadi penjahat gitu.
Keluar.
And I'm watching this kind of movie. This is really bad for them.
Balik ke instrumen kita motong orang.
Our limit age range 0 until 6, 6 until 12. And adult is watching for adult to read. It's wrong. It's not the rule for binge movie.
Okay, so there is limitation for the age actually. Yeah.
Nyatanya
Very
singkat
strict one to what is it? What's yeah. Wait a moment, this one. Wait a moment. Maybe do you want to say something more?
I need to add just some point that I'm not mentioned before. I mean, being watching can make we lose our self productivity.
Productivity. What do you mean with this?
Because we spend more time to watching, we don't do other productivity things, which were the and no other activity beside the watching. We just spend time for watching because we like to do this thing and we don't do anything. Thank you.
Yeah, binge watching make you focus on the movie. Yeah, become addicted and you want to do the other one. Yeah, and then you lose.
Hey, sabar.
I just want to say that what's wrong about searching for your own happiness? I think that to be watching that makes us really know what we love, and because there's a lot of genre and everything, that's why that it's okay to search for your own happiness through watching. Also, when you say about a lot of time, we spend a lot of time, but yeah, it's depend on us, and we can, but also we have time, like when we do nothing and we can do binge watching, but we need to pay attention about what movie that we want to watch.
So yeah, the second debate already done also. Okay. Yeah. So this one, the previous one, you have to deliver your idea based on the text that you already did, right? Based on the data. But the second one, you clarify, right? What you haven't explain before what do you want to expose, what do you want to highlight about your argument. Thank you very much for that one. For the next, can you guess what kind of activity you'll be doing for the last activity?
Make a video.
Make a video, good idea. Good idea. Okay. What kind of video do you want to make then? Okay. Wait a moment. Because I plan. What is it? You will have your product with the group. Yeah. So there will be 2 products that you have to make later on. Podcast is what is it? Usually it can be conducted 2 or 3, but more than that one is not really good. Yeah. How if you make the video maybe or the campaign? Yeah. About what is this? For example, for the group on, you can make the binge watching is good, but you have to follow this. Or you want to say binge watching is not good. Or you can make a short video, the mini drama. Showing about the one become wibu. What is the explanation why like this?
Inilah alasan saya tidak memilih binge watching.
Ya, ada something. Ya, please silakan dipikirkan. Oke, berikutnya kita online. Ya, jadi untuk tatap muka hari ini sudah topiknya ada 2 saja yang kita gunakan. Jadi hari ini pakai tatap muka. Berikutnya kita akan online. Ya, online. Yang pertama produk tadi yang saya minta. So you have to discuss with your team. You have to discuss with your team what is the product that you are going to make. That you have to share later on. Kemudian the second one ternyata ada request yang saya lupa. Review, reflection, ya, from the discussion itu harusnya ada ya. Oke, jadi untuk selanjutnya untuk reflection itu masing-masing bisa dalam bentuk yes, ya, bentuk voice biasanya ya. So you have to make that one for individual. Tapi untuk yang grup yang saya minta itu dalam bentuk yes, produk harus saja sih. Oke.
Oh, untuk ininya foto-fotonya itu di edit, store di edit.
Di e-learning. Yes, ya. Berarti dibuatkan di ininya ya.
Ada baru.
Oh, pakai yang lama.
Oke, saya cek lagi ya. Mungkin bisa dibantu. Ya, ada lagi? Sudah clear ya? Okay, so what should you do next?
Ini drama.
Tadi ya,
Cerganya itu.
Enggak, ada yang juga aku yang pakai.
Cuma yang jelas.
Jangan gitu. Tuh, CG ya. CG.
Everybody is already here. Let's say goodbye. Yeah. Thank you very much for today. Thank you very much for being a very active and nice students for this group. Ya, terima kasih kalian datang dari masing-masing.
Dari universitas berbeda.
Hopefully for the next semester I can meet you in the real class. I'm sorry if I do any mistake during today's meeting. Thank you very much. Do your best.
Ntar dicegar sama Mary.